Today I'm in New Orleans, Barbados. The neighbors asked me to pay a visit to see Tony, the tiger. This is where he lives. Not in a hotel, not in an office, not in Parliament. I am standing in the home of an 80-year-old Barbadian pensioner. The roof is falling in. The floor is rotting. Garbage surrounds his home. Rain comes inside. He lives alone. At 80 years old, Tony's neighbors try. They bring him food, they check on him, they care. But neighbors cannot rebuild a house by themselves. They cannot replace a government. They contacted the minister. They contacted the parliamentary representative. Nothing happened. And Tony has lived like this for years. Not because Barbados is poor, but because the system failed to see him. And Tony is not alone. In St. George, South, an elderly man lives in inhumane conditions. Across this country, there are seniors suffering quietly. No headlines, no press conferences, no urgency, just survival. That is not dignity. That is neglect. Democracy is not just about voting every 3, 4, or 5 years. Democracy is about who is seen, who is heard, who is protected. When an 80-year-old man can live like this for years, our democracy is not working properly. Because real democracy gives voice to the voiceless. This is what Jesus did. He went to the sick, the poor, the forgotten, and he challenged those in power to do better. This is what we're doing today. So today we're putting forward a proposal, not for one party, for all parties, for every group that wants to govern Barbados. We're calling it the No Tony Left Behind, a commitment to community democracy and elderly protection. Here's what we're proposing. First, every community must have an elected community council, 9 to 11 people chosen by residents, known by residents. Their job, to know their community, to identify elderly people living in danger, to monitor housing conditions, to report urgent cases, to follow up until help comes. If this existed, Tony would not have been invisible. Second, a national elder care response system, linking housing, welfare, health, NGOs, community councils. So, when a case is reported, action happens within weeks, not years. Third, accountability. If an official is informed about a vulnerable citizen and does nothing, there must be consequences. Neglect cannot be rewarded with silence. Fourth, listening leadership. Public servants must be trained to listen, not to talk down, not to dismiss, but to respond. Like a doctor listens to a patient, like a teacher listens to a student. So today, standing in Tony's home, we're asking every political party, will you include this in your manifesto? Will you commit to community councils? Will you commit to protecting the elderly? Will you commit to making sure no Barbadian lives like this again? This is not about politics, it's about conscience. Tony worked, Tony paid taxes, Tony contributed, and now, in his old age, he deserves safety, he deserves comfort, he deserves respect, he deserves better than this. Barbados will be judged not by speeches, not by slogans, but by how we treat people like Tony. So today, we say no more forgotten elders, no more silent suffering, no more excuses, no Tony left behind. This is our proposal, and we're asking every leader, stand with it, adopt it, act on it, for the love of this country, for the dignity of our people, for the soul of our democracy.